This is SJ Laws and Moore's. This is SJ. I haven't been back with you for quite a while because I've had a lot going on, as you can see. But we're back right now with the midterms, and this is a crucial period with us because right now our very country, our very democracy, the entire state of our very union is at stake. The entire country, our entire being is trodden. The entire American people, you, me, everybody, you, and you are at stake. We have less than 50 hours from the making of this video. Now, I want to do a live stream this afternoon, but unfortunately, YouTube was not able to let me do a live stream this afternoon, so I had to make this video, and I had to find my camera and then charge it. So I'm going to have to charge it and then upload it this evening and send it to you. So you're going to see this within the next 48 hours. So you're going to have 48 hours to see this. So you're going to have 50 hours to 48 hours. So you're going to have about 50 to 48 hours. So unless you did your early voting, I don't care if you're a right voter or a left voter, vote. You need to vote, vote, vote. Right-wing voter, left-wing voter, independent voter, vote. You need to vote. And it's important to vote. But you need to vote correctly. Now, if anyone has voted, you need to vote correctly. If you have ever watched any of my videos, you know that I always speak correctly. You know I speak correctly. Why? Because I am a paralegal and investigator. I only speak facts and the truth. I don't plagiarize. I don't downtrodden. I don't speak propaganda. I speak facts and truth. And the facts of the matter is that there is a lot of shenanigans and a lot of things going on in America. And that there's a lot of things going on in Mar-a-Lago and with Trump and there are a lot of Trump cases. There are a whole lot of Trump cases. There's so many different Trump cases, I can't even keep up with them. Trump is a lot of cases. There are the Trump cases in Mar-a-Lago, and with the Mar-a-Lago case, with the Mar-a-Lago case with Judge Cooper and Judge Connor, and she may be getting indicted and disbarred. Now, she may end up getting disbarred. Why? Because she she sided herself with the plaintiff. She kind of she was a Trump appointee, and she was not she was appointed to that case. She was appointed to that case where she was not fully she was not fully aware of the facts of the case, and she was not aware of the full laws of that type of law, and then she was biased towards Trump, and then Trump was biased to her, and then she sided with Trump, and she biased towards Trump, and she sided with him, and then when Trump acquired a special master, and then Trump got a special master to the case, and then Trump got a special master, and then Trump got a special master to the case, and then the special master gave a impartial ruling, gave a negative ruling against him. She adjourned, and she objected to that ruling. So she may be objectified. So she may get a hearing against her. So we'll just have to see about that. And then there's the hearing against Trump in Georgia. Against Abrams. And then there's the two two big hearings in which one where one Trump appointees, a very big one, where in the very opening statements, the judge had to stop the Trump attorneys, actually had to stop the Trump attorneys and had to shut them up and remove the jurors from the courtroom. They had to stop the Trump, actually had to shut up, actually had to stop the Trump attorneys, had to shut them up and remove the jurors from the courtroom and scold the Trump jurors. How about that? So they're not going to get good statements. And then there's the hearing with Letitia James. And then there's the DOJ. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trump's not looking good. Trump's not looking good. So, and now Trump's possibly going to run for, you think about running for president? That's his, I'm running for the midterm election. And Trump's he's potentially thinking after the midterm election, possibly, thinking he's hinting at running for president after the midterm election. That's his only hope. That's his only hope about. His only hope of evading. Only hope about evading prosecution is running for president in 2024. Is running for president. Is running for president in 2024. So that's it. And right now, it's not looking good. You have several potential voters. You have several Republicans who are saying all kind of outlandish things. Outlandish things. Outlandish things. Like, you have Wisconsin senators saying that, if we lose, we won't accept it. Or if we win, We will never win. We will never win. We will never lose another election. Or Marjorie Taylor Greene. All the things that she has said for the last, 2-3 years. It's, she's delusional. I can't imagine, all the things that she said. It's diabolical. The woman is, I can't, everything that she has said, I can't even remember all the things that she said. Everything that she has said, I have to write it in a journal. Okay? And it's narcissistic. And you have Republicans now making fun of Republicans making fun of Democrats getting beaten near to death, of Democrats getting beaten near to death by Democrats. And this is the state of our country. This is where we are. Our country has gotten back to over 70 years. And this is not the first time that I have said this. This is not the first time I've said this. Go back to my previous videos. Go back to previous videos that I have posted. I've said this in previous videos. We've gone back to the 50s. I've said we've gone back to the 50s or even the 1800s. In the 1950s, with the whippings and the beatings, where people will beat people. And this is insanity. And it's insane. And we are on the precipice where democracy is dying. And we are on the precipice where right now we are on the point where we have to make the decision now. Do we want democracy to end? Now is the time. This is the turning point. Now is the time. Once again, do we want democracy to live? What do we want? Do we want democracy or authoritarianism? Once again, do we want it or don't we want it? because we have to make the decision. We have to make that decision, folks. We fought against it once before. We have to fight against it again. We made that decision. We have to make it again. We fought against it when we fought against the king, and we have to fight against it now. Do we want a single ruler, or do we want to fight for our freedom? Do we want to fight for our freedom, or do we want a single ruler to make our decisions? Go and watch the movie. Go and watch the movie 1984. Where a single man makes the decision and destroys the country. Do we want to destroy the country, or do we want to live for our freedoms? Do you want the single man? The Republican Party does not exist anymore. I mean, even Republicans have said it themselves. The Republican Party no longer exists. It's the Trump Party. Even if they fight for it, it'll take 20, 30 years to rebuild their own party. Even the Republicans have said that. It's a MAGA party. They've become a cult. And believe me, I'm a Democrat, and the Democrats have not fought hard enough and strong enough. The Democrats have not fought hard enough and strong enough to do what they need to do to make what they need to do right, to destroy what needs to destroy Trump. Now, they've done very good, but Biden, he's done well, but he didn't do what needed to be done at first. He started coming up at the end, but he didn't do what needed to be done at the beginning. He started coming up at the end. In the last few months, in the last three months, yeah, he started coming up strong in the last 3 months. He started coming up strong. In the last 3 months, yeah, he started coming up strong in the last 3 months. But he should have been doing this 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. He should have been doing this 7 months ago, 8 months ago. 9 months ago. He should have been doing this 8 months ago, 9 months ago. last year. But he wasn't doing it. It wasn't happening. So that is that is where that's where we are now. And it it it's been a problem. And that's where we are now. Kamala Harris Kamala Harris hasn't been doing much of anything. I haven't heard much of anything out of Kamala Harris. So, and I'm a Democrat. And if you're a Democrat, have you heard anything out of Kamala Harris? So, I I do support my party. I support my representatives. I support my senators, but I support my president. But I I support his policies, but he's kind of faltered. He hasn't come up very strong all the time. So he's finally coming up strong now, but he hasn't come up strong all the time. Maybe he'll come up strong a little bit more. So we'll just see what happens in the future. So we'll just have to see what goes on. But Trump is going to have to do with this subpoena. As for the uh, subpoena, he didn't respond to the subpoena. Yeah, that subpoena. He didn't respond to the subpoena. Yeah, the subpoena was this past Friday, and he didn't respond to it. Amazingly, he didn't even respond to that. And for some amazing reason, they just let it pass and gave him an extension. I have absolutely no reason why they didn't lock him up. They gave him an extension when they should have put him in jail. And they gave him an extension, and they gave him leeway, but they gave him a courtesy and told him you still have to show up for the deposition. So I guess he thinks he won. So he thinks he thinks he won. He thinks he's almighty. I won. I'm all that good. So he thinks he probably won't even show for the deposition. He probably won't show for that. So we'll just have to see what happens then. So we'll just have to see. But keep in mind, just please, the Senate's on the line, the Congress is on the line, the House is on the line, the states are on the line, the governorships are on the line. Go out, vote. If you have not voted early, get out there, get out to your wherever it is that you need to vote and vote. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a liberal, if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a liberal. Vote and vote, but vote correctly. But vote and vote correctly. But vote.